defense of our policemen. We use it for the defense of everyone. So I would like to make sure that you, on your own volition, on your own initiative as leaders, people we can trust, come back here, because we are researching every day here, and for these cases, we want to know, sa internal affairs section, how many cases have you filed so far involving altercations? They call it DUI ba? That under investigation.
Death under investigation, sir, are not under the area of internal affairs service, sir.
Iba yun.
Civilian, sir, ang involved. Walang police involved, sir, doon.
Okay, so parang vigilante yun. Hindi police yun. O maaaring police rin na nagbibigilante, no? So, pero doon sa mga police cases natin, meron ba? Kayo yun, di ba, sa Inspector General?
Yes, sir. We have some data here, sir.
Ano bang SOP? Basta may napatay, di ba, pasok ang IAS?
Yes, sir.
Edi,
As a result of police operations, sir, yes.
si 1,800 times kayo pumasok?
So supposedly, sir, but then,
Ano supposedly?
sir, the process of IAS, you have to understand, is quite different than the process of the PNP in validating these reports. The spot reports of the Philippine National Police in the journal.
What I'm trying to say is, di ba, once kay police operation, kay hindi, basta na-involve yung PNP, pasok ang IAS, di ba?
Yes, sir. Theoretically, sir, yes.
Even, no, not theoretically, even an illegal discharge of firearms,
Yes, sir.
pasok ang IAS, di ba?
That's
Maski
right, sir.
walang namatay.
That's right, sir.
That's what I mean. Kung yan ang nasa rule, yun ang nasa PNP rules and regulations,
Yes, sir.
nasa batas, hindi yung supposedly, hindi yung theoretically.
Law enforcement.
Di ba? Dapat ganon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But then again, sir, when these reports come to us, we have to validate these reports. IAS, sir, itself validates these reports.
Yeah, but
And most of these reports, sir, do not contain sometimes the names of the police involved. Elements of so-and-so station were involved in this operation which resulted to the death.
now, how long does it take you to verify with the unit concerned kung sino yung policeman involved? Don't tell me it will take 1 day.
Di naman, sir, siguro.
Siguro.
But we direct our policemen, sir, to validate this
Nakakahawa ba yung
immediately.
sakit ni Bato-Bato? Parang nakakahawa. Let's not be tentative, General. I cannot see your name. I'm sorry.
I am Police Chief Superintendent Liuteri, sir.
Thank you. With all due respect,
Sigurado, you're a lawyer, no?
I am not, sir.
you're not?
You're not.
I am not.
See? Anyway,
And-
it doesn't. I don't have to be a lawyer
Di
because
ba section 40 ng 8551, dapat civilian yung IAS? Meron na ba?
The
nasabit
Inspector
kay
General of the IAS, sir, is a civilian.
Okay. May
The
nasabit
Deputy
na ba?
Inspector General of IAS is not a civilian, it's a
May
two-star
nasabit na ba
position.
kay Presidente ng mga recommendees para maging permanent na IAS?
Again, sir, I'm not privy to the processes of the PNP in that regard, sir.
Well, that's all right. I mean, we're going to do something about that in the law anyway. Mandatory dapat yan eh. But so far as I'm concerned, this is beyond investigation. These are suggestions. These are things that would improve the police service, your acceptability with the people. Kailangan mabilis yung action. Na may balik tayo kagad doon sa when you see wrong, you write it right away.
Sir, if only to answer your statement, sir, I have directed even, sir, I've even directed my internal affairs service nationwide, sir, to be there with the SOCO when these kinds of incidents would happen. So,
Di ba right away, SOCO will be on the scene?
yes, sir, I want my internal affairs service people to be there with them with the SOCO when these things do happen.
General Italia, or rather, Director General ba? Or
Chief Superintendent, sir.
Chief Superintendent? Ayaw ba na promote? Listen, I'm not the enemy.
I know, sir.
We are trying to help you out. So, it would be within the welfare of our country if they know that that is not going to be tolerated.
Yes, sir.
And it's not going to be tolerated, it's going to be swift.
Yes, sir.
And it will serve every policeman to know that he must be careful.
Yes, sir.
I have other things there, but I will not go and show it now. But suffice it to say that Isabela case wala pa nangyayari hanggang ngayon?
Yes, sir. I will make my research on that, sir.
Thank you. I have other things, but I promise it should be been over by 7 o'clock. But I just didn't want you to come here and we didn't ask you any questions, and I'm not doing it pro forma. This is part of my litany of questions. Yes,
Just a report which came to Rias 18 is already conducting motu proprio investigation in that particular case, sir.
in Hinulgan.
It's under motu proprio investigation, sir, and then we will find out, sir, the results of the motu proprio investigation being done by Rias 18.
Well, dapat naman, nakalagay sa batas yan eh. Dapat automatic, you're using big words with me. I took up Latin. All right, so motu proprio means that on your own,
Yes.
without being told, you can do it, right?
We understand.
So you're doing that, and it's in the law. So, kaya tinawag kayo law enforcement, and I'm not trying to lecture you. Law enforcement, if it is enforced, you will get the respect of the whole country.
Yes.
All right? Yes, Senator De Lima?
Mr. Chair, just a couple of points, although before that, for the record, just a clarification. Earlier, the good chair mentioned the witness for Pasay. Just a correction po. It's not Mary Rose Aquino, because Mary Rose Aquino is for Antipolo, the Antipolo case. And then for
Bato
Pasay,
went to Antipolo.
yes. And for Pasay, it's Hara Kazu. And then with respect also to casualties, because we saw earlier a 4-year-old, there's another one, a 5-year-old in Dagupan City, Danica May Garcia. August 23, she was killed August 23, 2016. Can I ask just 2 points? I'd like to take advantage of the presence of PNP officials. Not with respect to that case, it's a general, it's on the what's happening about the police operations. These police operations that you're having ever since the start of the intensified drive against illegal drugs, these are, of course, anti-drug police operations. And in so conducting these anti-drug operations wherein there are killings, the data that you mentioned, what units are involved? What specific units of the PNP are involved in the various anti-drug police operations that we're seeing now?
All the police regional officers, ma'am, and their subordinate units, and most of these are the anti-illegal drugs special operations task groups in the different municipality, city, province, and then region.
Those are the units that participate in the anti-drug. There are no other units. There are no special units that have been created ever since the start of the all-out drive.
There was no unit created by the PNP when our chief PNP assumed command. The usual organization that we have, or units, are the ones operating. The field units, even the operational support units like CIDG, and most of these operations were conducted by the anti-illegal drugs special operations task groups.
Most of these operations. Can you tell us with certainty whether all of these anti-drug police operations are actually conducted by those units? I'm constrained to ask this because there's this incident in Caloocan, and I was trying to ask whether that was the operations of the Caloocan police or whatever is the anti-drug unit in Caloocan. This is about the killing of a barangay chairman. I forgot already what date, but fairly recent. I think it was caught on CCTV. There is this barangay chairman killed. Now, this is supposed to be in the course of police operations. But when I asked certain police officials, of officers of Caloocan, they were disowning that there was such anti-drug police operation which resulted in the killing of that barangay captain, barangay chairman. Would any one of you aware of that incident, of that killing?
I don't have the record here now, ma'am, but we can check on this and then give you feedback, because all of these incidents are actually submitted to us, the spot reports, the updates, and even
And
the
the
SOCO
report,
reports.
and the report I got is that there have been a total so far of 4 barangay chairmen killed, supposedly as part of the police operations. So I really want to understand that.
Senator
Or-
Lima,
Yes,
may I
po.
interject?
Yes, po.
Is it a fair assumption na basta anti-drug operation at the very least coordinated sa ISOP? At the very least coordinated sa ISOP in the area where the operation was conducted or is to be conducted? So that's a fair assumption.
Yes, sir.
So
And
it's a
even
fact
with
na
PDEA,
lahat hindi makapag-operate yung ordinary police unit nang hindi magko-coordinate sa ISOP.
Yes, sir, because
So madaling matrace, kung merong yung nire-refer ni Senator De Lima, madali natin matrace kasi tawagan lang natin yung EDSOP kung sino yung nag-coordinate na unit, di ba?
yes, sir.
Okay.
Operational guidelines. There is a set of operational guidelines applicable to the PNP in general, and there is also a separate set of operational guidelines applicable to this anti-drug operations units. Can you confirm that, po?
We have the police operational procedures, ma'am.
Yes, but I was
Ano?
asking about, is there a separate set of operational guidelines for the conduct of anti-drug police operations? But I just wanted to know because I know that as part of the operational guidelines, all of the PNP units, whether it's a general PNP operations or an anti-drug police operations, the teams involved are supposed to wear uniforms.
Yes, ma'am, we have a separate procedure for that. On
That is
operations
in
division.
your operational guideline.
Yes, ma'am.
That is clear, that in every operation or police operation, whether it is anti-drugs or not, the participating teams are supposed to be in uniforms. Is that an absolute rule? Is that a general rule? And if it's a general rule, does it mean there is or there are exceptions?
There are actually exceptions, ma'am, especially if these are intelligence operations.
Bypass.
Like by bus, you can be in uniform and then buying.
By bus operations, dahil nga para hindi halata na mga law enforcers. So there are a few exceptions. But going back to this anti-drug operations that we're having, that we're seeing, kaya ko po tinatanong yan kasi may natatanggap po ako mga impormasyon at report na in certain instances na pumapasok sa isang lugar, pumapasok sa bahay ng subject of the operation, suspected drug pusher, ay actually hindi mga naka-uniform yung iba. And in fact, they are with masks. Is that allowed?
Generally, ma'am, operations are conducted with personnel in uniform, with, of course, exceptions like what I have said, by bus operations or intelligence operations, casing operations, surveillance. These are the exceptions that we
Yes.
have listed in
So I was asking about yung talagang pinaka-operations nyo ngayon, yung mga nangyayari po ngayon. I know na siguro naman marami dyan o karamihan dyan talagang mga naka-uniform. But meron lang ho talaga ako mga nare-receive na reports na ang talagang pumupunta, mga fully armed, mga 8 to 10 people, merong mask, hindi naka-uniforme. And these are supposed to be police operations, di ho ba?
Bawal po yan.
Senator Lima, kung naka-civilian, okay lang, na pwede may nakaalalay na uniform, maaaring nasa perimeter. Pero pagka naka-mask, unusual na yon.
Yes, sir.
No, no.
Baka hold up na yun,
Operations.
no?
Hindi nangyayari sa legitimate police operation. Walang
Yes,
kayo
sir.
pinapayagan na
Bawal po yun.
Bawal. Right.
Kaya nga po, that's why I want to understand because ganun po yung report ko. Meron po akong ganung report na nung pumasok, naghahanap ng suspected drug pusher pero walang naabutan, but there is this group na mga naka-mask, naka-civilian clothes. Nakaka-receive ako kayo ng mga ganung report?
These are, ma'am, the instances where we investigate because these are violations of our POP, or Police Operational Procedures.
So are there actual cases na iniimbestigahan nyo ngayon under those circumstances? Yung mga ganon, tingnan nyo ho yun kasi talaga ho may reports
Opo.
about that. Kaya I had to ask kung sino talaga yung mga nagiging involved sa mga ganyang operations. So for now, Mr. Chair, that's all for the PNP group. Thank you.
Alright, hindi na, baka magpapakain pa kami dito, wala kaming pera, kaya pasensya na kayo, no? Anyway, we will suspend. Yes, General.
I'll take this opportunity, sir, because last Congress, I was a member of the TWG where we discussed about justice system with the PNP. Kasi po kanina, sinabi po ninyo na dapat yung mga kasong ganito, dapat aksyonan natin with dispatch. A suggestion that we had, which we proposed to the last Senate was, ano kaya sir kung gumawa tayo ng kagaya ng military justice system, na yung mga opisyal ng, o kaya mga unit commanders ng PNP, ay magkaroon ng powers like Article of War 105 in the military, or, kasi ma'am, halimbawa, kagaya niya, may nire-report na police na gumawa ng offense, but wala kaming personal knowledge, kakasuhan muna namin yan. While in the military, kapag nireport sa amin and then we're convinced na yung police na yun ay ginawang masama, then we can order that they can be incarcerated while being investigated.
Mr. Chairman, I'm now the chairman of the Committee on Public Order and Legal Drugs. If you still have the files, or we can find out from our files, then I will refile that bill and do something about it. That's a very good suggestion actually. Parang police justice system, right? Sige, okay.
I join him on that. In fact, I authored the plebs even as a civilian, not as a congressman. I went to Congress and said,
Ano pala nangyari na doon?
Yun
Ano
nga,
pala
yun nga.
nangyari sa pleb? Wala na naririnig sa pleb.
they diluted it. I was going to ask the Secretary Uy about that because plebs, I would ask you to take a look at it because the rules and regulations they made defanged it. It's a very summary system where the community can eject a policeman right away. Pending appeal, he is suspended by the community, by the community.
That's a parallel disciplinary mechanism.
Yes, it's just like it's a very speedy way of doing things. I hope that in the next hearing I would like to be able to discuss that. And you have anything to say? You're pretty new, but I hear your credentials are very sterling. So I would like to.
I told him.
Yeah. You know, Senator Lacson doesn't miss a beat. You know, and I quite agree because I was asking all about you, Karina. But I hope that you take a look at that because that's one way. Pending the bill, and I will support that bill. Senator Lacson did not did not put me in his committee, peace and order, but it's all right. See, I don't forget. So anyway, we'll continue that. Can you look at plebs, Undersecretary Kuy?
Will consider, will do that.
Yes, because take a look at that and compare that with the rules and regulations that you created. Nabago yung concept. That is not the concept. And we have somebody who was president of the plebs about 10 years ago texted me the other night. He said, it's time to really strengthen plebs again, restore plebs. And that's what I'd like to do. I need your help on that. It will all be good for the welfare of this country as well. Kasi ang hinahabol natin dyan, instantaneous justice, kumare, without violating due process, of course. And that's the same thing I've been harping on. And finally, I guess I can ask the other questions later. I've really taxed your patience long enough. I'd like to thank all of you. I'd like to thank the gentleman who acted as lawyer for Mr. Matabato, Attorney Jose Marcos Babia, who is one of our lawyers here in the Senate. I'd like to offer my thanks to John Neri for being so patient. I'm sure he didn't say, but he was interested in finding out what else can be reported to the public. Mr. Quinto, sir, I'm sorry I was not able to reach you, but we just have to finish with this witness, Pidea, no? And also the director, City Representative Literio, Marquez, and Police Superintendent Albayalde, and CRPO. There's some questions I had in CRPO na talagang, ito ang pinakamaraming drugs, di ba? Ito ang pinakamarami. So, pinakamarami ring kills, as pointed. So, the next hearing, could you provide us all these statistics para we can have a very good measuring, so we can measure it. Thank you all very much. Thank you, Senators. Thank you, NBI Director Lavin and Tovera, and to all the officers there, to all the, they also serve, who stand and wait. Yeah, and Kusek, and Yusek Kui. Thank you very much. God bless. The session is suspended. The next hearing will be Senator De Lima on September 28th at 9 to 11 a.m. and October 5, Wednesday, 9 to 11 a.m. Here in the session hall, and we're going to have a caucus on Monday afternoon here in the plenary. Session is suspended until the aforesaid dates. Thank you all very much, and God bless you all.